Out of all the sets that are in Standard right now, which one of these sets is the most investable long term? Welcome back to my channel. I am Mattcaster Mage and I am really hungover. But I decided to make a video because I was writing down some information. I was doing some research on current sets that are in Standard, and I thought I would share my thoughts in a video for you guys. Now, there are always rotating sets in Standard. They come and go. Prices will fluctuate as cards will either get banned or they'll rotate and you can't use them anymore in Standard, so they'll have to find homes in other formats like Commander, Modern, Legacy, or even Pioneer now. But when it comes to not just singles and sealed product as a whole, which one of these sets is actually going to be the most investable long term? Now, right now, it would look like, and it would appear, that Theros Beyond Death would be the most expensive long-term because of their full art lands. They're very unique. There is no full art lands like it. You have a lot of the Battle for Zendikar style ones, and they brought them back again for Zendikar Rising. You have the Unlands that were printed again in Double Master. So it's not like we don't have enough full art lands, but there was something very unique about the full art lands from Theros Beyond Death. Now, some people who really don't like them think they look a little bit too much like Pokemon cards, and I sometimes tend to agree. But apart from that, you have Uro, which was banned, but at the same time, you can always find places in other formats, and that was really pushing the price of Theros Beyond Death, and it still does have the highest price point for TCG player mid and low, but there's a few things to consider when looking at these, and then also looking at other data on MTG Goldfish and MTG Stocks to find variables. And what I've actually discovered is Ikoria, yes, Ikoria right here, Lair of Behemoths, I think is the most underrated set for a multitude of reasons. One, it was the first set that came out during the pandemic where we actually were in lockdowns throughout the world, and it's brought on a lot of controversy because it was the first, set that had some form of Worlds Beyond to it. It was the first time they actually were dancing with the idea of bringing in IPs into Magic the Gathering. They have Godzilla box toppers that are inside here. Now, not a lot of sets have box toppers. Yes, Zendikar Rising does have box toppers, but they weren't as unique as the box toppers you got for Ikoria. Now, apart from the box toppers, which I think are really unique and special, and I think that they will age very well, apart from that, you're talking about a tri-land cycle that is fetchable. Now, the fact that they're fetchable, I think, is very undervalued. If you look at they're starting to appreciate now if you look at MTG Stocks and you see the graphs, and they've actually have been going up in value, but they do come in tapped, and a lot of people don't like tapped, but in a game like Commander, the versatility of having 3 colors to choose from for that land, that coming in tapped, and the fact that you can just crack a fetch land and grab it, pull it from your deck, and put it on the battlefield, I think is a great utility piece for the game. So you have that entire tri-land cycle, and you actually, in the top 10 cards in the set, the majority of them are rare. There's only 3 mythics out of the top 10 most expensive cards in Ikoria that were actually on that list. And in this top 10, the first 2 of them are actually lands, or some of the tri-lands. And you also have Luris, you have the Ozolith in there as well, which is a really great artifact. You have Shark Typhoon, and then you have other, mythics like Vivian, Fiend Artisan. So I think, and the Brood Moth. So I think over time, people will start to appreciate the set more. And remember, even if cards get banned, even if they get reprinted, yes, there is going to be, the price will depreciate a little bit, but when it comes to sealed product, the more of these that are opened, there's just going to be less out there available. So they're just going to be scarce. Sealed product always appreciates better than singles. Doesn't matter if the singles are reprinted again and again. There's so many countless examples of that over time that you can check. And sealed products is always the way to go. And that's why I think sealed product for products like Ikoria is going to appreciate. So set EV, let's talk at set EV. So TCG player low, which it does seem low, it's about $59 to $60, but the mid TCG player price point is around $102.36, so about around, let's just even out to $102 or $103. So I actually think that seems a little low to me, considering the prices of the cards and the fact that you are getting an entire land cycle, and in the top 10 cards in that set for most valuable, you don't even have all of the tri-lands in there. There's still some below the top 10. And they have, in my opinion, a lot more room to grow. The top 2 most expensive cards are rares, and they are the tri-lands. And you have more on the list that are not even part of the top 10. So obviously colors will go up in value, a certain color, because it's just more fitting for a very popular commander at the time. But eventually they'll all appreciate. And at least right now, there doesn't look to be any set looking to reprint them. Obviously, I wouldn't invest in these singles. Singles are always going to get reprinted in some form or another, whether it's a Secret Lair or just another Masters set or the Horizon set. So singles in general are not going to be a good investment. But when it comes to keeping this product sealed over time, I think there's a lot of people who are afraid because this is the early on in the pandemic when people are pre-ordering this product. Some people, they just didn't want to focus on Magic, but then there was a few people who saw an opportunity, purchased a lot of booster boxes, a couple cases maybe here and there. There's maybe some stores that are sitting on product. And right now, I think it's a great deal to purchase Ikoria. The products haven't really appreciated in value that much. They're still in standard, but I think once these come out of rotation, there's going to be a lot more invested interest in this product. And I just thought I would share my thoughts on this below. So why don't you let me know, I should say, what are your thoughts and what you think are going to be the most investable booster boxes in standard right now. And I'll be sure to read them. And yeah, crazy. Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths. Godzilla. Godzilla's fun. Godzilla's fun. Being a patron will help me produce more market movers and add to the funds that I will use for my random buys, and also to my coffee fund, because I drink a lot of coffee for these videos. And here you can see a link below in the description that will give you all the tiers and what you get in each tier. So I hope you guys click and think about joining. And with that, I'll see you next video. Think about supporting the channel in that way. If not, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you again in the next video.